Hello, I'm Gerry Loose, a poet. I planted a Kaki tree in the Botanic Gardens in Glasgow, in Scotland. I wanted to plant a Kaki tree in Scotland because, as an artist, it struck me forcefully that we all have a part to play in the prevention of terrible events like those that happened at both Hiroshima and Nagasaki, that these events be kept in mind by people in Scotland and never repeated. Here in Scotland, very close to Glasgow, are weapons of mass destruction on the River Clyde in the form of nuclear submarine missiles. Curators at the Botanic Gardens have the expertise to make sure the Kaki tree grows healthy and strong. Participants at the planting were local school children, members of the Japanese community in Scotland, garden curators, taiko drummers, actors, singers, musicians, drama students, young rappers, members of the Clydebank Life Story group, who were all victims of the bombing in Clydebank in World War II, asylum seekers, rising dragon Tai Chi. Also present was the Consul General of Japan, the Lord Provost of Glasgow, and many hundreds of people from across Glasgow. A young schoolgirl and the Lord Provost of Glasgow actually planted the tree. The theme of war and peace was carried forward into school discussions. One difficulty was that the original tree was actually stolen from its place, but we had been given 2 trees, so safely grew the second until it was strong enough to plant out. Meanwhile, there was an ordinary non-revived time Kaki tree, a Kaki tree which was a temporary replacement for the stolen tree. Each year, there are small ceremonies on the 9th of August. The tree is in a prominent place in the Botanic Gardens and is noticed by many thousands of visitors every year who read of its reason to be there and read my 2-word poem inscribed on a wild stone at its base. A special pleasure for me is the growth of the surrounding plants, like the marigolds which come every year and are the exact colours of the 2-word poem, which was later translated into a beautiful Japanese calligraphic form by Hatsuo Uegaki, Deputy Mayor of Kunoe, when he visited. These are the things which remind of the pleasures of gardening and of friendship among nations. Of course, a very special joy was when the tree produced fruit in our cold northern climate. I first saw the second generation of Kaki trees in 2000 on the farm of Dr. Ebinuma, who grew them from seed on his farm near Nagasaki. I was overcome by his dedication and his skill. Passing this along to children through the Kaki Tree Project is a joyful celebration of revival and regrowth to remind of a terrible event of the past. I would like to see the Revived Time Kaki Tree Project grow and flourish with each new generation, for them to understand its symbolic purpose, and for some of them to actively begin to work for the peace we all want, and for all of them to take its message to their hearts. What I would say to anyone taking part in the project is hold its message dear, speak openly about peace, discuss what can be done and help to do it through any medium, and especially the healing and questioning medium of art in all its forms. Gardening in itself is an art form, and to see a tree native to Japan mingling with Scottish plants is in itself a message of bridges between nations.